guys, what's up? It's Locas Comedy. I'm Janice, and you've got Jess.
Hi.
Producers. I'm going to introduce Jess, even though you know Jess, but I like to do all of the introductions. So she's single, bilingual, and definitely ready to mingle, even in the COVID. And I want to talk all about this because she went on a virtual date. Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Cool. And I love it. She says, well, she's single. That's like her. She's a Chicago-based comedian, originally from Northwest suburbs, graduate of Second City and femcom, I call it feminine comique, and producer of both. She produced the fundraiser, Snow City Arts. Why am I leaning over? I have two screens. Laugh Factory that was just getting off the ground. Hopefully it'll come back. And then also of yours truly, Locas Comedy. So most importantly, please subscribe to us on YouTube so we can get our damn URL. We're still like 20 people away. Why won't you do it? Say hi to everybody.
Hi, how's everyone doing? How's it going? You guys having a good night? You guys doing okay?
Yeah, they just answered. They're sad. So I just asked you a second ago, how are you? Everything good? And what did you say?
I'm here.
Yes. Great, straightforward answer. Wait for us to start. So how are you? Like, really, I feel like you were feeling the feelings, and I was feeling the feelings. We were feeling them different times and places. Like I had a good day, and you'd have a bad day. And then I'd have a bad day, and you were like, life is good. You know, you were dancing on TikTok. I don't know where you, I might be making that up. But overall, how has your life been affected by #the Rona?
Well, we started working from home. I say we. So I started working from home like March 17th. Hella moody. It was weird.
What was the weirdest thing? Just like not seeing people at work?
I think like not knowing what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because like right before we started working from home, we were getting updates because I work at a university, so we're getting updates from the school. But everyone is waiting on someone else in order to give those updates, and so there's just a giant amount of anxiety with everyone in the office. And then originally we were supposed to only work from home for 2 weeks. And here we are.
Oh, that was sweet, right?
Yeah, we were hoping
stuff, right?
Yeah. It's a giant like wait and see game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty rough at first. Couldn't sleep right. But I do have a therapist, and after I talk to her, I always feel more calm after I talk to her, even if it's just like I feel that, and she's like, "Well, where's that coming from?" And then I'm like, I'm fine.
I'm here.
I'm here.
You have a good therapist. There's some shitty ones out there, but good. I'm glad you have a good one that's talking you through. And then are you able, was it, because you have a laptop already, right? I think, did you have a work one, or was it hard for you to get set up? Because I heard a lot of people were like, they were not set up to work at home, and like
that was really rough. The day before we started working from home, it was like a mad dash to get everyone set up to work from home.
Okay.
And like everyone was just stressed because I had to work with our IT department to get set up. And I mean, us wanting to work from home on top of them trying to help professors get to their online.
Oh, yeah, the kids that need education.
Right. And I'm over here like, I need to go home.
And you're like, I need Word. And they're like, we need to, like, graduate. Right. Sorry. Forgot about those little kids. Oops.
Stressful, but
yeah. Well, I was thinking too, you were like, I need a work computer. Like, I need to make sure like my Pornhub is like not mixed in. I need to keep the personal stuff separate. You know what I mean?
I do that on my phone.
Oh, right. Duh.
It's a lot more convenient. In private mode. Right. No one even knows which like
incognito mode on Google Chrome.
Super lonely, super single, so I do watch some porn. Not as much as like these girls over here. She's like, that's fine. She's like, she gets me. I do watch some porn, not as much as these girls, but I have looked up BBC so many times that Google thinks it's my preferred news source.
Abby and then on Legal Aliens had put up something about, you know how old you are if you know what this is, and it was when you tried to get the porno stations on cable, like in between the two stations. So,
yeah.
I think that's like 35 and up, like would get that. But bunch of pervs, me being one of them. But okay, so speaking of pervs, let's talk about this date you went on.
So I went on a date with a perv.
That's on brand.
Okay.
Okay.
Plot twist, I'm the perv. No, I'm kidding.
Yes. We do. Okay. We remember your BBC joke. We're cool. Okay, so tell me all about it. Was it something that was set up like in advance? This is through one of the apps? Like you knew the guy?
So we matched during quarantine on one of the dating apps. And then a couple weeks later, we did a FaceTime date for our first date.
That's adorable.
Um,
Wait, was it adorable or was it super weird?
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun.
Okay.
We actually talked for like 2 hours, I think.
What?
Yeah.
It was good. It was like flowing, so
yeah.
Cool.
And we're actually still talking.
Cool. Sorry I called you a perv, whoever you are. I'm looking at the camera in case you see this. I'm sure you're a nice person, even if you're a little pervy.
I actually already made him a meme, so I think he's getting used to it.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys saw that meme with the flowers.
Yeah, there you go. That was. Oh, that's adorbs. Okay, so love can conquer all. Because I know that, like, I feel like among the comedians, I call you guys the youngsters. The biggest thing, you guys are just like super horny right now. Everyone's like, I don't know what to do.
Based on everyone's Facebook status.
Right? Like at first they were trying to be subtle about it. Now it's just eggplant. You know, like they don't even care anymore. I was like, you got people up from work on here, but
it is weird though because of what's going on. Like just last night, my friend texted me and she's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I was like, "Well, I'm in the middle of a date. We are watching a show together, and my dad just texted me that one of my uncles passed away from the virus." And I was like,
yes.
I was like, what do I do? Do I end the date? Do I just keep going? Like, what's happening? Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So we've lost
holy shit.
2 out of 3 were because of the virus. But we've lost
3
family members in the past couple weeks.
Then they're local?
2 this week.
I remember because your aunt passed.
Mm-hmm.
And they're local, or are they somewhere else?
So like Waukegan, one is in Waukegan and one was Evanston. So
I thought maybe they were like in Mexico. Sorry. Okay.
No, they're all in the States.
States, yeah. Oh.
Yeah. These ones, yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit. I'm really sorry.
Yeah. It's intense. It's weird. But I'm weird because since I've started doing comedy, I can't grieve appropriately. Like I will cry.
Yeah, I want to laugh, but like not because it's funny.
Yeah.
That's how I cope with shit. So I'm like, oh, and we're talking about you being on a date when you found out. So I'm like, there's something, I want to dig into that because I don't want to deal with your uncle dying because it makes me sad. And I'm sorry. Like, oh God. Yeah, I think too, people, unless they know somebody, and my childhood friend's dad passed away from it. I think we were just like jokey joke. And then like, I'm like, oh, this is like real. But then I went back to joking. That's how I cope. But okay, so not to like dwell on that, but what did you do? Did you like?
Oh God.
What were you First off, what were you watching?
So we're watching Insecure.
Oh, cute show.
Yeah,
okay.
Show.
And then do we break in for like quick text? Oh Jesus.
So the thing is, yesterday, I was super emotional all day.
Mm-hmm.
And so by the time that I got to the date, I was like a bit more calm.
Okay.
Weed, right?
Yeah. I think it's also called the marijuana.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. My mom calls it marijuana. I was like, oh,
so I was a bit more calm. And I think this was me trying to maintain normalcy. But also me being awkward about like, so my uncle, just in the middle of the show, right? So I just like, I did tell him while we were watching the show, but we kept going with it and we talked about it after.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
And how's your dad doing? It's your dad's brother?
So these are like my great aunts and uncles. So it's, so basically my grandma's mother or sister-in-law and my grandma's brother-in-law. Yeah.
Really sorry. I will have a drink for them tonight.
Thank
Also,
you.
because I just like drinking, but I will toast to them.
Same.
It makes me feel like less of an alkie. That yeah.
Yeah.
I
I say pour one out, but let's not waste any, right?
Let's not waste. Right. Times are rough. Well, that really sucks. God. I feel really bad for your family. So what? Have you? So I was just talking. Done a couple of these calls. I'm gonna post them in random order, but have you seen your parents, or like what are we dealing with? Are you getting the like Latino guilt for not seeing the family, or
not really? They understand. So my parents are up in the northwest suburbs, and I'm here in the city. And my whole thing, part of why it's so upsetting for me, and probably a lot of people can relate, is that like I'm scared for my parents, right? Like I don't want to lose my parents. I don't want to lose anyone, but I specifically do not want to lose
if
my
I had to pick two people, it'd be them. I got you.
And so I like am staying inside for them, right? Like I'm reducing contact for them. Like I'm washing my hands for them. And so in that way, I'm fine that I'm here and they're over there. But I've been getting pretty homesick.
Yeah.
So I've been eating like a ton of Mexican food. I've been watching all the Mexican movies on Netflix. Like I've been listening to you heard my music when you called.
Right. You're like, I'm doing the most Mexican of the
music
Mexican
is in
things.
Spanish.
Las cosas. Yeah, I love it. Because
Yeah.
you're feeling it. I feel you got the decor in the background.
Oh,
I was waiting
yeah.
for like a Selena poster. That's all you're missing.
Get
Perhaps
some.
like a Frida Kahlo candle. But I'm feeling it. Yeah, that's the same thing with me. I'm like staying away from I feel like I've been so isolated that I could go see them, but I still stay far away from them, which is hard because we're a bunch of huggers.
Yeah.
But I'm still not going to. I know at some point we'll have to, but I feel like I don't know. I do walk around. I do wear my mask, and so I just still feel like I've probably interacted with maybe too many people. And I don't know.
So my birthday is in June, is mid-June. And I have a feeling that we're still going to be in like the stay-at-home place at that point.
Oh, yours is like mid-June, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of taking some days off work and maybe going to visit them, but it's really, again, like a wait and see how I feel.
Is this your big birthday? Is this 3-0?
It's 30. Yeah.
Oh, if not, we're gonna zoom it crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Get your zeros and your fives. You got to live them up. Okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
I told myself if I can't like go anywhere or do anything fun, I'm like gonna give myself a stick and poke tattoo. Just like fuck it.
I still downstate. What the hell? Of all the things.
How else am I gonna celebrate my 30th?
Hello. Take a big pen and a lighter, That's how we do. I think it's a little more complicated than that, but not much. I think that's the basics. Okay, so if you're gonna give yourself a stick and poke tattoo, what is it gonna be of?
I have no idea yet. Because then I started thinking about things. And I think what I actually want is beyond the stick and poke tattoo.
Which is what?
I'm thinking something Mexican.
Like a bottle of Corona? What do you mean? Like
just like I'm hoping to do like a kind of like a celebration of life. So I talk about this a little bit in my stand-up every once in a while about like suicidal thoughts and things like that. And so it's a celebration of life. I've been in therapy for a couple years. And I've changed a lot. I've grown a lot. And so I just want to like memorialize that. Like, let's move forward with this
I love it.
Positive, aware self-care, Jess. You know what I mean?
Okay, so it's Selena mixed in with the bottle of Corona. There's a Mexican flag.
It's Selena with Frida Kahlo's flowers on a tequila bottle.
Let's just mix them all together. Somehow the Day of the Dead's in there.
Wrapped in a bandana.
And your homegirl, the Chola. With the extra dark lip.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss them. Did I just pick up every Mexican stereotype possible? Asshole, I swear.
That'd be terrible.
I know, you're like,
Get
the
the
taco.
Mary,
I don't know. I'm going to hell.
the Virgin
whatever.
Mary, the rosary, a cross. My parents would kill me.
Would they?
Yeah, I mean, they already don't like that I have 2 tattoos, so I don't think they're waiting for me to get another one.
Especially not the Virgin de Guadalupe. Yeah, they're like, could you just stop? Oh, God. But what if she was Selena with the Frida Kahlo? Okay, sorry. People are like, delete. She,
Unsubscribe.
I know, she's like, what's wrong? Cross the line. Yeah. Dead babies are okay, but you mess with Mary.
Suicide is fine, but fucking don't mess with a virgin. That sounded weird.
I know, right?
That's really weird.
That sounds really weird. Because I feel like you should mess with the virgin. You know what I mean? Okay, so you tell me, how do you feel like, how have you felt creatively during this time?
Oof. Only recently, in like the past week or so, have I like been thinking of stuff that's actually worth trying on stage.
Like the stick and poke. Just go with that, whatever. I don't care what direction it goes. It's just freaking hilarious. Also, because I'm watching a lot of like Locked Up, and they do with a lot of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's cool.
I'll have to watch that.
They spread Hep C everywhere. It's actually not cool. But continue. Sorry, I digress.
So yeah, only in the past couple weeks or so. At the beginning, I was like, I can't, and I felt really guilty about it because like, because this is when people need us to be funny, and here I am all moody, which is fine. I'm a person, but like,
no, you are.
Yeah, it felt weird not being able to be funny.
Yeah, and it's like your outlet too. Like it's like the thing you're like, you work all day and you're like, cool, I got this mic, I got this show, I got, so that like was more like devastating. Strong word. That's all right. That felt worse than like everything going on with my business and life. I'm like, didn't get that loan. Okay, but at least I could go tell a joke, like, and see people.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that's a big part of like my social time.
Yeah.
So like all of it ended at the same time. I'm like, that's a lot. So I was in my feelings for like 6 weeks. I just got out of them. I'm sure I'll have them again, but I mean, I think I was also comparing.
They're like these.
Women and all their feelings. I think too, like I was comparing myself. Some people just were like, cool, I'm doing all this stuff.
And that makes me feel even worse.
Worse, right. But I think that's also me just like maybe imagining a little bit and like comparing. I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? So it was all the feelings.
In a twisted way, it kind of tells you that you're okay because you're still mentally competing with other comedians, right? Like you're still like paying attention. It's like a twisted way.
Yeah, exactly.
You're still in this.
Right. I'm like, I'm sad that you're doing better than me. I'm actually not happy for you and your success. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. Yeah, no, it's been a lot. So the big thing with Las Locas for me was that I was like, some people are doing. So have you been on another show? Have you seen another show? How is it working without the laughs? I'm wondering, are people doing it?
So at the beginning of this, I watched like one episode of John Oliver and one episode of the Daily Show from home.
Mm-hmm.
And I logged on for like a little bit to a virtual stand-up show and I had to log off immediately. It's just, it makes me cringe because you don't have that audience reaction. Right?
You need it.
And I feel like right now what is thriving comedically is musical comedy. It's sketch comedy.
Yeah.
Right? Stand-up, I still have to wrap my head around it. It's working for some people. And that's cool, but for me it's still cringy. I probably have to see more shows and see what it's all about. But
yeah, because I'm wondering, like I was talking about this earlier, I'm like, I haven't seen one, so I should probably stop. I've seen some of the mics, but I didn't actually watch it. So again, I was too much in my feelings. But could you have like a couple of people on that you'd be like, hey, are you guys gonna like participate and laugh? Then cool. Versus just the one I just can't. I know I can't do my stand-up without, because I lose my cadence too in that rhythm.
Yeah,
like, I was need to hear that laugh. Or
the shows that I've seen, you'll notice that they kind of like laugh at themselves at the end, which is
Okay.
something that I do when I don't get a response, just to be like, it's okay to laugh. We're here. We're having a good time.
Like,
So like I
right,
get that, and
exactly.
it's hard to see it
Right.
like on professional comedians. It's ugh.
Right, it's
Hurts my heart.
painful because
Yeah.
we're like, if the laugh or any kind of sound, even if it's like a grunt or a oh, like
Mhm.
any kind of reaction, you like know what you're, yeah, yeah. I
It's
guess
easier.
I'm like okay with storytelling. Um, I don't, you don't necessarily need that. It is good to get that feedback, but I feel like it's so critical in stand up. So I don't know.
It's easier to commit to a bit when you're hearing some feedback, because I think when say you're playing like a made up like mean character as a bit, if you're doing it and you're like putting on this mad face and you're not hearing any feedback, you just feel like an asshole. You know what I mean? Like it
A
doesn't feel
failure. I
funny.
fucking hate everybody. Yeah, totally.
So
Yeah,
it's hard to keep that straight face.
sure.
Yeah.
No, I just, yeah, I'm thinking, I was like, half of my stuff wouldn't work. Like, it's, yeah, like a callback's not gonna work because you didn't laugh the first time. Like, it's not gonna. Remember that thing I said 5 minutes ago? Am I right? No, it's like ridiculous. I don't know.
Like, can someone chat and let me know
Right? Did that work? Did you
if
guys?
they're
Did you
if
get
they're
the reference from before? You get what I'm saying? Well, that'd be funny. Let's just do a chat comedy show where we're on Zoom and don't talk, but just chat for everybody. That would be awesome. No, it wouldn't. I feel like someone's gonna try to do something like that though.
the other thing too is like, at least for Zoom, if you have multiple people on a screen, and I only know this because of my staff meetings, not because I've been invited to do a show.
Right.
Um,
I'm ready. I'm here. Okay, good.
but you can't hear everyone at the same time. It picks up on only like one or maybe two microphones at a time.
Right.
And so unless they're holding up signs that say ha 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 ha,
I like this one. What if we just said move on? That, we should do that. Be like, no.
they like rewrite your jokes for you as
Right,
you're
exactly. This is a
you're on
better
stage.
tag. Right. You should drop that. Oh my God. We should do that. Wait, I don't know if I have the stomach for it. I think I'd cry after.
Yeah, it'd be Zoom heckling.
Right, there you go. Get a new job. Comedy's not for you.
Call your mom.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry your dad didn't hug you enough, you know? That's not, don't try to work that shit out on stage, dude. That's crazy. So you have nothing, have you been on any of these online stuff or no? Do you have any interest in doing them? I'm just not sure how it's gonna work.
I've thought about it, because I back when things were not fucked up, I ran
When was that? March 16th? Yeah.
I ran an open mic at Navigator Tap Room in Logan Square. And so I thought about like
miss you guys. Yeah,
hosting,
so sweet.
I thought about hosting a virtual show with my Navigator crew.
Okay.
Not a show, an open mic.
Okay.
But again, like I have to, you know, depending on how long this goes, I might have to like get out of my own way and
Yeah. That's my whole thing is I'm like, well, if people want to see it, cool. I just don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a way to make it work.
the other thing too is that like you burn your material if people have already seen it or if it's being recorded. And I don't care. I don't care. I'll be vulnerable. I just don't feel like I have enough material or enough good material to burn like that. You know what I mean? I have a lot, but I don't have enough.
But that's it. Yeah, like it's not finite. I mean, sorry, infinite. Yeah, no, that's, I didn't even think about that. I know that's why a lot of people are particular about what clips go up. It's like you want to give them a little teaser, but you're like, that's the same set I'm gonna do tonight. So I'm not trying to put the whole thing up there. And that's why, yeah, I'm still trying to edit those videos and stuff because I'm like, I just want to put little snippets, not like just one bit, like not everything. So, well, damn. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. I'm trying to just be like, I'm glad I'm doing this because I just like wanted to talk to people and like do something. And I was like, just create content. Even if nobody wants to also participate. as I said, I'm like, here's the thing you never asked for. But how do you feel like, I want to get this kind of like for a couple minutes, but we're out of time, but we're gonna keep talking.
Sure.
How do you feel about wow, I'm gonna get like all like deep, like how this is affecting like the like Latin community specifically, and especially like, or like undocumented? Do you have any like ins on that? Like what's going on? I feel kind of detached from that, and I feel like our show like caters, I don't know I feel like we're talking a lot about like the African American community and the police stuff, right? I just feel like we're kind of getting lost in the whole conversation, and we kind of have a lot of the same like healthcare access issues and all that stuff. So none of this is funny, guys. P.S. If you're gonna get real up in her, okay.
Well, I think early on I saw an article that said that most Latinos are not able to work from home, or have to work in order to feed their families, or working jobs that are on the front lines, like at the stores and stuff.
Right.
And so as soon as I heard that, I'm honestly surprised that I haven't lost more family members than I have right now. And I'm like, there's people that are trying to be positive, but I think I'm also, I may have freaked out my boss today, but she was like checking in on me, and she's like, how are you? And I was like, I'm here, right? And like statistically and just based on science, it just tells me that there may be more death coming, just based on demographics and the kind of jobs that my family's working.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, like the age that they are, right? So like I said, this was my my grandma's sister-in-law, my grandma's brother-in-law. So it's like that age. So yeah, it's I don't know if it's mean or insensitive for me to say that, like, I'm not dumb, that I'm not thinking, oh, that, well, it's just those two, right?
Right.
Like I said, I'm surprised that we haven't had more deaths in the family. And hopefully, I mean, knock on wood, we won't have any more. But just statistically, it's weird to see it coming.
Right.
It's weird to see it coming. It's weird to grieve, to have that like anticipatory anxiety. And it's weird to not be there with family to help them go through the grieving process.
Yeah, that to me is the hardest. It's like people can't go in the hospital. Then it's like nobody's having funerals, and it's like, this is just not how we do things. Like, this is super not right. Yeah.
For my aunt's funeral, it said in the information, or someone told me, it's going to be that no more than 10 people. And my comedy brain was like, well, that's just people in her house then. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
that's just one house.
That's just one car.
But it's true. That's why it's funny. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. No, that's really tough. And I think that too, because people are, obviously a lot of people of color are like essential workers and are, in these jobs that are like more exposed. And I'm like, why are people, everyone's like, why? It must like not wearing masks. I'm like, no, that's not what happened at all. You also didn't tell people not to wear masks till like a week ago. Like, it's just,
apparently that doesn't start until tomorrow, which is weird.
And some of the stores never mandated it. It was up to like the employers to mandate it. So, I mean, you have all this conflicting information. Yeah.
All these rules that are being handed to us, like a little bit at a time, it's so frustrating, and it blows my mind, because coronavirus is just having a field day. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't give a shit when you're going to schedule your next press conference. Like, it's happening. So it makes no sense to me that by this certain date, we should all be wearing masks. Like, we should have been wearing them from the very beginning.
Yeah. No, and I started wearing mine like right away. And I remember people were like super against it. Like, even just in general, like on social media, it was like, you guys are freaking out, it's not that bad. And I'm like, it's not even, I'm like, I don't care what you think. Like, I go, I don't want to breathe what if I'm sick and get you sick? Like, it's more for that. It's more for me to protect you. Like, I'm not going to go around wearing an N95 mask. So I'm wearing a cloth. The cloth isn't that great. But it's better than nothing. So I don't get it. I don't get why people are just like, no, it's just stupid.
It blows my mind how little concern some people have over other people's lives.
For sure.
How much they don't give a shit. It's weird. It's like, were you guys not raised to like love your family or other people? Like,
no, they still don't get it. They're just like thinking like, whatever. It's like whatever thing that somebody said 6 weeks ago, like it's not, even what somebody said yesterday is no longer accurate today, you know? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to like get into all that, but damn it, we are getting into it. But yeah, no, it's just a lack of care. It's like the whole thing with the joggers and stuff. I was talking about that.
Dude,
there's been other paper. I'm like, why are you breathing? Like, you're exhaling. You're doing cardiovascular activity. Like, why are you not wearing a mask? I'm wearing a mask. I'm walking around these people. The guy's running towards me. So I was like, forget it. And I'm like walking on these side streets. I'm like, okay, so I'll just, I guess, walk around my block. I don't know. I mean, yes, I don't know.
Sometimes I sit in the living room and I'm like looking out the window sometimes while I'm working. And I counted the other day, only like 1 person out of 10 people that walked by my house was wearing a mask. Like, I don't understand it. And they're all like young, they're all young people. Like, I don't know if I'm young anymore, but
yes, you are.
my age and younger.
I don't know. And I'm like, you got a bandana somewhere. Come on. It's just do something. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know, like, I guess it goes into effect tomorrow. I don't know. So I don't know when I'm posting this, but it's supposed to go into effect on Friday, May 1st. And I think the other big thing is they don't know how they're going to enforce it, because they're wondering if, like, can a store stop you from coming in? I guess they can, but what about a small restaurant that like needs that money? Are they going to be like, okay, don't come in? I don't know. I think you're putting people in a lot of like situations where they have to like kind of police this whole thing.
Yeah.
It's just like, could you police yourself? Could you just like wear the bandana? Like pretend you're like a Crip for a day? I don't know. Live out your gangster fantasies. Just do it.
Yeah. Every once in a while I realize that we're depending on us Americans for this to work, and we're so fucking dumb.
Selfish bastards. We're fucks. Yeah, no, not gonna happen. Well, God, this got sad again.
I laughed
for the comedy. Dr. Jess and Shanice. All right. Well, I love that you have like a red Solo cup. What are you drinking? Good cheers.
I don't want to say, it's very early in the day.
It's 8 o'clock.
Oh, is it? Jesus Christ. It's bourbon.
Okay. Just hitting it raw, you know what I'm saying? No mixers. That got weird. Okay. Well, okay, so you got nothing to promote? What are we doing?
Condoms, mixers.
I know. Condoms.
You said hitting it raw, no mixers.
I'm mixing my metaphors. Who's the horn perv now? Yeah, that's not what I meant, but that's what I said. Do you have anything to promote? Just your livelihood? Wear a mask? Yes.
That's great.
On my street.
The one time I have absolutely no shows, and I don't feel that bad about it.
There you go. This is it. Well, we'll do it again. We're going to do it.
But subscribe to Locas Comedy. Take care of yourself and your family.
Yes.
Stay the fuck inside if you can. Wear a mask. Wear condoms.
Thank you. All the time. Every time.
Unless you're in a committed relationship.
And even then.
Have so much fun.
Yeah. Even then.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it. For me.
You don't know. It's the Rona, you know. I'm just saying. There's some cheating going on in the Rona, you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sure. Cheating finds a way.
Right. They're like,
like love finds a way.
My girlfriend's house. Okay. You know. I went to drop off the kids. Okay, sorry. I guess I watch a lot of TV. I don't know anybody in this situation. My life's boring. I'm just trying to make shit up.
We're just trying to stay relevant.
I know. I'm trying to be down. I've been watching Maury a lot, so I just like kind of projecting those storylines, you know, because my life is super boring. Well, Well, I heart your damn face. Heart, not hurt.
Oh,
The
I miss
hearting.
you.
And no, let's do this like again, and
Yeah.
we'll do all the things. And I'm gonna work on this show where we get heckled with pieces of paper. I don't know how. Maybe we have printouts. There you go. You're like the designer. You go on the Canva and you make them printouts and you tell them to print it at home. You suck. I don't know. That's what we should do. Emotionally charged Las Locas.
It'd be funny if we were like, this is like a fun heckle show, but all the designs I make are like, you're beautiful. I love
Right.
you. You're amazing.
You're special. You're one in a million. Okay. I think we should go that route. That's funny. That's sad. That's sad that I'm like, that's funny because I need to feel better. Okay, enough. I'm gonna go drink some bourbon.
We could do like a comadres hangout or something.
Ooh, yeah, let's do all those things. Cool. We're gonna do all the things, people. So this is Janice. That's Jess. Say bye, Jess.
Bye.
And I don't know when I'm posting this, but please stay safe. And again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We need our name.
Yep. Las Locas. I should have made this bigger.
I don't know. Las Locas. You can just search for it, then press subscribe. See? Okay. Cool. All right, guys. Besitos. Bye.
Bye.